1:43 on March 11th, 2021. You may take the phone, I have used it. Off in the distance, as the wind blows, and the wind rises, and the divine wind blows through the valley of Alexis, which isn't really a valley, it's more of a ridge. But anyway, as the CSX train approaches off in the distance, I cannot bring myself to foam over it, because I have much more pressing matters. Tomorrow, or today, that tree right there must fall right there, where there's a handcar and a cart. And that person right there, who is probably wondering, when will I get done with my railroad so I have to stop hauling dirt with my wagon and bare hands and feet? When is he going to reach the creek? That person is going to cut that tree down. And I must move my stuff out of the way by this time tomorrow. And how close am I to being done? Well, there it is, in all of its magnificent beauty. A nearly finished, somewhat elevated switch. I told myself that when I cleared off our DVR, I would buy myself a Switch and play Mario Kart on it. But this is not for Mario Kart. This is a Switch for my handcart. Or handcar, really. So, there's how it is. There's how well it looks. Slowly getting there, which I say almost all the time. But this time, we're actually almost there. Probably within this day, I will have this handcar going. And I'm getting ready to go inside just for a brief break to let my GoPro recharge, load this video, and eat a snack. I haven't actually welded anything today yet, but I've gotten all this done. Starting to look. The sound of the CSX train off in the distance torturing me. One day I might reach the CSX line from here, and we will have an interchange between the Alexis logging railroad pulled by high rail lawnmowers and the standard gauge proper railroad. Alright. Also, just to show where all this dirt has been coming from, since I'm here, and since it's only a step away, it has not rained for about 6 or 7 days in a row. And even after 6 or 7 days in a row, there is still just a little bit of water at the bottom of my work pit that I'm working on. So, used to want to make it 6 feet deep, but now I'm going to go with 50 inches for one reason. I've discovered that there is a very nice work pit that's 50 inches deep to the top of the rail. And also, if I dig it any deeper than that, the barn will sink into my work pit. That's the happenings at the Alexis Railroad on March 11th, 2021. As the tree stands for one last full day, probably.